Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be a get ready with me using new products. I recently shared a collective makeup haul in which I just drew in things from different places that I had recently been purchasing, and I wanted to show you some of those products in action today. Specifically, some of the ones you were most interested in were the multi-chrome shades from Divina Cosmetics, also the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips collection. I picked up a couple of new things, some prep items from Ciate London. There's a foundation primer as well as a lip oil. I do have the new Too Faced mascara, a lip liner from Rimmel London, a cream contour, and I'll be using some of the Morphe brushes that I got from the Pride collection. I did pull in a couple of items that were already in my collection to complete the look, and I will share those with you as well. Every product that I use will be linked in the description box if you're interested in checking them out for yourselves. Before we get into the video, if you're new to my channel, I'm Yori. Thank you for joining me for this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and consider subscribing. I would really love it if you did. Now let's go ahead and get started. I recently filmed a makeup haul and I thought it would be fun to come on here and get ready using some of those products, especially some of the ones you were most curious about. The only step I won't show is going to be my foundation because I am doing a foundation wear test. So I have basically unset foundation on my brows. I'm going to go in with my Cover FX concealer. This isn't new to me. I've had this in a favorites video. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna blend that out using my Sephora number 57 brush. I'm doing a wear test on the new Pat McGrath foundation and I am so excited. That video is gonna come up before this one, so I can let you know already. So far I'm absolutely loving it. I think it looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. I think I've definitely gotten a little bit of color because this concealer used to match me really well, and right now it's a little bit on the brightening side, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. I only put a couple of dots and you can see how far that'll go. I'm gonna pull some up. I didn't really apply any more. I'm just pulling some up in the center of my forehead so that it's kind of balanced out. I just got back from the Sephora on Michigan Avenue in Chicago, and the employees, like the regular employees, were really nice. The manager, she wasn't too nice to me though. I went to pick up the Pat McGrath foundation and I saw that the foundation was there, but I had actually called on the phone a couple of days ago when I saw that they had it in stock just to see if I could get it early. But they said it was a hard launch and that's fine. So I was gonna have to wait until Friday, but I asked when I was on the phone if they were gonna have the powder and the primer and all the other elements of the collection, and the girl on the phone told me yes. So when I asked the manager if they had it, she said they didn't have that and it hadn't launched yet, and I'm like, oh, on the phone they told me that they were gonna have it, and she's like, oh, well, they told you wrong. And I was like, oh. Okay. I don't know, it just didn't seem very nice. So this is a concealer that I set or I don't set. It works well both ways, but I'm gonna set it with a little bit of the Flawless Finish Airbrush powder by Charlotte Tilbury, and I have the shade number 2 medium. I'm using a Real Technique setting brush. I'm just gonna set underneath the eyes and right above, my eyelids to make sure that they don't crease. But I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contour, so I don't want to set anywhere else on my face. My eyelids crease like instantaneously. So what can I tell you guys? I'm really excited because I might be doing a collaboration. I never ever ask anyone to collaborate with me. I guess I'm just too shy, or I don't want to feel that I'm bothering anyone. I don't know. Like, I've done collaborations on my channel before, but they've been with people who have, asked if I wanted to collaborate, and I was happy to do so. Super excited. I love all the girls I've collaborated with and we keep in touch. It's great. Like, YouTube has been really great that way. But I've noticed that a lot of smaller channels like mine are collaborating with larger channels, and I would love to do it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would absolutely love to do it. It's a way to get your channel out there on YouTube when it's so hard to get your videos seen nowadays. But I'm just too shy. I don't want to bother them. I figure I'm active enough on YouTube and Instagram and on everybody's videos. I'm really supportive, that if they wanted to help me out because they see something or they think I deserve it, that they would, suggest it. And if not, then that's fine. I'm just chugging away in my little corner over here and happy to do so. You guys have been incredibly supportive. I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring and I'm going to use this guy. I don't think it's going to focus on it. There it is. It's the Peri Para A Montreal Micro cushion contour, and look at how much I've used. It seems like I've used a lot, and to be honest, I think I broke it. I tried to close up the mechanism after I did my haul, and I don't think I was supposed to do that, because the Charlotte Tilbury one, you're supposed to twist it to close it back up again, but I don't think I was supposed to do that with this one, and now like it just seems weird every time I squeeze it out. So if you pick it up, I wouldn't suggest you do what I did. Yeah, because when I squeeze it out, it just doesn't seem to want to come out. I mean, it will, but it doesn't seem to want to. So I think you can see as I'm applying it that this is a very, very subtle contour. It's got the grayish tone, so you can definitely see it on camera, but just in general, it's not that intense. It does blend out really, really easily though. I don't think they had another shade in this specific product, but if you have a lighter skin tone than me and you have trouble finding contours, cream contours that are light enough for you, I think that this one might work. So it blends out really, really easily. I'm gonna use a Luxie 512. Yeah. This is the same brush I used to apply my foundation, and you can see how easily it blends out. I'm not going for any crazy kind of look today, so it's totally fine. So with regard to this being a potential dupe, I don't think it's a dupe, especially not a color dupe. It's not a formula dupe either. The Charlotte Tilbury one seems a lot more watery in consistency, I would say, but this one is actually nice. It's not that cheap though. It was like $16 at CVS, but again, if you have a lighter skin tone, I think you might like it. I'm gonna actually take some on a brush because I'm going to go underneath my lip, and this is a ColourPop F10. Just gonna apply a little bit down here to give me that pouty look. There we go. I've started using these smaller brushes because I've seen Bailey Sarian. I'm obsessed with her channel, her Makeup and Murder. My boyfriend watches it with me. We have a good time watching her videos. They're really fascinating and she's so engaging. I love her. But I noticed that she was using smaller brushes to do foundation and stuff like that. So I decided to try it and see how I liked it, and I've been liking it. So we're gonna do just a little bit on my nose, nothing too crazy again. I was gonna say, let me know if I'm blocking your view with the mirror, but how could you? I guess you'll let me know in the comment section. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, collaboration. So like I said, I'm shy to ask, really shy. And I was watching this video by a girl I follow, and her channel is not super big, but it's definitely bigger than mine. And she was doing like a get ready with me or something, and she just happened to mention that if anyone was interested in doing a collaboration, to reach out to her because she wanted to help out other creators. And I just thought that was great. So I commented on her video, and she commented back and asked me if I would reach out on Instagram. So we've been chatting and we have an idea. So hopefully it works out. I'm really excited. And I have one other potential collaboration. I just have to contact the girl. She suggested it and I think it's a great idea. So I want to contact her and see how that's gonna go. I think my main problem is that I'm up mostly late at night and I don't want to be sending DMs, at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just a little inappropriate. Now my skin is feeling a little tacky in certain areas, so I'm gonna go into my Thrive Cosmetics powder, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of powder in the areas that feel sticky. I like the finish of the foundation as it is, so I don't want to mess with it too much. But when I apply blush and other products, I want to make sure that it's not going to catch, I'm just going in ever so slightly. I'm going to put a little bit more powder on my forehead. I was watching this girl that has bangs, and she commented that she powders her forehead quite a bit because it prevents her forehead from getting oily, or her bangs from getting oily, or back and forth oil transfer when she lets her hair down. So I want to do that too. See how it works out. So anyway, I'm really excited about these potential collaborations, and I've had my channel for about 3 years now, I would say, and I love it. It's so much fun. I mean, you'd have to love it to keep it up for that long, The only thing is I've had a couple of what I like to call false starts, which just means that there were a couple of periods of time in which I really couldn't upload consistently because I had other things going on either at work or in my personal life that kind of interrupted with my filming schedule. And And I think that when you don't upload consistency, YouTube kind of forgets about you. So I feel like I've had to like start over again. But I know that there's a lot of you that have been with me for so long. So let's go ahead to eyes. From the comments on my video, most of you were curious about the Divina shadows. Oh my goodness, look at these. Oh, they look so pretty. I don't even know which shades to do. They all have a different kind of shift. They're so pretty. It's very hard to capture or a multi-chrome shadow on camera. I want to do something wearable and I don't want to be too matchy-matchy. I already got like red pink on my dress. But you know what? Why not? How about that shade right there? Let's see. I don't know their names by heart. That one is called Cygnus. It's Cygnus. And I think for the most part, I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, and then I will blend it out with this shade, which is one of their matte shadows. And that one is in the shade Meraki. Question is, should I apply the matte first and then the multi-chrome, or vice versa? I'm going to try the matte first. And I'm just going to apply that in the crease area really lightly. I'm using one of these Morphe brushes that I picked up from the haul as well. You know, I almost wish I had picked up the palette for Pride instead, because the brushes are just okay in my opinion. Some of them are really nice, but I don't know. To me, they're just okay. I think that the Morphe brushes that you buy individually are better quality. Not the best quality, but you know, workable for what you pay, I think. This shade is applying really nice, blending itself out really nice as well. I feel like just by pulling it slightly upward, it almost feels like I have multiple shades on. You know, kind of like a Natasha Denona shadow that's kind of self-blending. Creates a gradient in and of itself. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go into that shade now. And this is another Morphe brush from that set. This one is the M167. It's completely dry. It's showing up more pink, but it does have a tangerine shift. I'm looking in the viewfinder and honestly, like, it's not gonna show that shift. It's got like a tangerine shift when I turn my face. I want to try to apply it with my finger on the other side just to see if I can get more intensity. Pick up a lot on my finger. Oh, that's definitely different. Look at how much more intense. And I can see the shift a lot more clearly on this eye as well. So fingers are definitely the way to go. Look at that. So pretty. I'm gonna try to even myself out a bit. That's intense. Like, it looks intense even on camera. Look at my hands. But when you see that orange shift, it looks amazing. I love it. I do have to clean up the edges a little bit, so I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. When I asked you guys in my haul video about other brands that have multi-chromes, a lot of you suggested Sydney Grace, and I have their 3 new ones in my shopping cart right now. Should I try another on the lower lash line? This one has like a green purple shift. Ooh, that's nice. Should we go for that one? Why not? Let's try that one. I'm using a Luxie 221. It's just a flat definer brush. I'm gonna wet it because I don't want this to give me a lot of fallout. Oh my gosh, it looks green. I keep dipping into the wrong pan because when I put it down, this one looks like the green one, but this one also has green. So fun. Definitely use wet brushes because I am getting a little bit of fallout trying to get the shade to go on. Maybe if I try a different brush. This smaller brush seems to pick it up better. Oh yeah, huge difference. I'm going to use a little bit more of that matte shade along the lower lash line to tie everything together. These were really intense and a lot of fun to play with. I would suggest, you know, doing your eyes first or applying it with your hands or a wet brush to minimize fallout, but really nice. And I'm really impressed with how the mattes blended out too, but the color shifting shadows are so fun. I want to go back to the complexion for a bit and I want to use this palette. This is the Cocoa Collection palette by Kylie Cosmetics. And that can be in honor of my last video I posted. Well, it was last in my time, but probably it'll be like 2 or 3 behind for you. But here's what that palette looks like. I'm not sure if that blush is gonna work today, but we'll see. It's got a blush, 2 highlighters, and a bronzer. So let's start with the bronzer. I'm gonna use this brush. It looks like a NARS brush, but this one is by Japanesque actually. Are they gonna stop carrying that brand in Ulta? I've seen them on clearance quite a bit and they make very nice brushes. I've even picked up a few at like TJ Maxx. I've picked up quite a few nice ones. Oh, I like the shade of bronzer. I think that suits my skin tone really well. I was telling you about how much I was enjoying Bailey Sarian's channel. I don't know how she can sit there and talk about such detailed stories while she's doing her makeup. I mean, here I am doing a get ready with me, and every 5 seconds I lapse into silence because I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I'm not too good of a multitasker. I have a tendency to really become absorbed in whatever task I'm doing, and so I don't multitask very efficiently. But whatever it is I'm doing, I give it my undivided attention, and I generally, complete whatever project that is really, really well or to the best of my ability. But I do wish I could multitask a little bit better. I really admire how she can sit there and tell a very elaborate story, entertain, and do amazing makeup. How's that possible? I have no idea. Products are layering really well over the foundation. I'm kind of taking notes for my wear tests. This is another item from the Kylie line along with the brushes that I kind of had in my collection sitting. I have this terrible habit of purchasing stuff, but since I haven't hauled it on my channel, I don't use it. It's such a terrible habit. Then I have a whole bunch of makeup I've never used. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense at all. Yet I keep doing it. So it's a nice palette. My last video was on the Kylie Summer collection, which the theme was so beautiful for that collection. I loved it. There's two highlight options here. There's a more champagne and a more pink. I think I'm just gonna mix the two colors together. I'm usually not a mixer, but I guess today we are. I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury brush. I've picked up a lot of items from the Charlotte Tilbury line, which I'm gonna use for a video, which will be a look inside the brand. I just wanna use a lot of her products and let you know which ones I think are worth the money. Ooh, that's pretty. And so I wanna have a nice sampling of her products. So that video is definitely coming. This is a really nice palette. It might be on clearance on Kylie's site. If it is and these shades appeal to you, I would consider picking it up. This is the only brush I picked up from the Charlotte Tilbury line. I like it. It's nice. It's a little rough compared to, my Japanese brushes and such, but I like it best for highlighting. It works well for contour. What's this one? It's the Powder and Sculpt. So it works well for contour as well, but I really like the way it buffs in the highlighter. If you want your highlight to be one with your skin, it's a good brush for it. I think it has nothing to do with the brush and more to do with the shape. It's got like this little bulb. Usually brushes, like highlighting brushes, they're like really small and really precise. You can try something like this, which I've been liking. It really diffuses the highlight and it makes it look a little more natural. Want to do something about blush? I don't know about that, guys. Let's use one of these instead. Maybe that one, it's a neutral blush. I think maybe I'll dip into both of those. I'm gonna use a Dose of Colors brush, which will actually be good. This brush is really soft and these blushes have a tendency to be pretty firmly pressed, so it'll pick up just a little bit of product, I think. That was quite a bit, so I'm gonna go on the other side. Oh, not too bad. I like this combo. So we were talking about YouTube and it's really hard as a small channel. Like even as a viewer, it's hard because I have two feeds, right? I have my subscription feed, which is specific to the channels I'm subscribed to. But then there's my recommended feed, which is the default feed that comes up when I pull open my YouTube app. And it's full, especially right now, it's full of drama, like even things that I had no idea about. Just, I don't know, like I'm having a hard time finding new beauty channels to watch because my recommendations are just drama or Jacqueline's lipsticks or Jacqueline is back. And there's a certain point to which I'll listen to the drama videos and things like that. I think it's good to be informed about what's going on, but I also just want to watch a good old, makeup tutorial, good old review, a haul. I love hauls. It's not what YouTube is showing me, and I definitely click like on videos I do like to kind of tell the app, what to suggest for me so I can discover new channels, but nope, it seems to want to promote just things I'm really not interested in, or I don't know, just if you have any channel recommendations of people you think I should be watching, leave those in the comment section, because I love finding new channels to watch, and I especially enjoy small channels because I like the content that they put out. I love the enthusiasm for YouTube. You know that they're doing it because they're enthusiastic, because they're not making any money out of this, certainly not enough to sustain the amount of money that they put into their channels, and I could be speaking for myself here too. So drop all those channels down below. I wonder how different really were those blushes. No, I think they're different. These are a little bit more peachy, and the one in the cocoa palette was a little bit blue-based pink. Either way, I'm happy with the look of the NARS palette. So assessing the situation, I desperately need mascara, but before I apply that, I'm gonna get some setting spray. I don't want to use the one I was using to foil my eyeshadows. This is like the Inglot spray. This one leaves me a little bit sticky, so I don't want to use that one. I'm gonna use this one by Skin & Co. I got it in my FabFitFun box, and I've actually been using it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep sharing FabFitFun unboxings. I get my box really late in the season, and I think that video had like, I don't know, like 100 views. So I don't think it's the kind of video you guys are enjoying. So do let me know which ones you do enjoy so that I focus my time on those. I don't want to focus my time on things that you really don't care about. That was aggressive. I shot myself right in the eye. I did grab one of these. I saw it on Ali Glein's channel. I really like it. I think it makes a difference. My battery died just as I was recovering from the assault of this mist, but it does work. Like, it did lay out my powders together. Before I do my lips, I did want to tell you that for foundation, I was using the Pat McGrath one, of course, and for a primer, I was using this one from Ciate, which I also hauled, and you'll see it in that video, but I've been really liking this. It's a really hydrating primer. It's water-based, and it leaves a tacky feeling, which honestly, I didn't think I would like, but it allows me to use less foundation, but the foundation moves over it nicely, so you can get a nice light layer of foundation, which is my favorite. I'm actually really liking this. It came in that little duo set, in this little set here, and it also came with the lip oil, which I just reapplied as well. I've had it on throughout the video. I like the lip oil fine, but the primer? I've been using it almost exclusively, and it plays well with almost every single foundation that I have. Most of my foundations are water-based, so it makes sense since that one is water-based as well. So let's check the eyes. When I sprayed myself, anytime I spray setting spray on my eyeshadows, they have a tendency to crease. I do notice just a slight bit of creasing here, especially because I sprayed a dewy mist. This is one reason why I like to do like my full complexion and then spray, and once everything is set in place, then I'll start doing my eyeshadow because I don't have to spray it again. Other than that, they're holding up beautifully. The creasing is because of the spray, I know, but it's intense. This is some metallic eyeshadow. I am in desperate need of mascara. I had this little mini from Too Faced that I was playing with, and you know, it's okay, but the brush is really big. Let me look at that. It's really big, similar to the other one. I think I am discovering more and more that I do like hourglass shaped brushes, which this one is, but I also like plastic bristle brushes. I think that they separate my eyelashes more and I get a nicer effect, but we'll go ahead and apply this because I want to update you on it. It's not my first time using it. I've used it already several times. I mean, it does make a difference, but honestly, I'm glad I was able to use like one of those little bonus, what are they called? Not point perks. It was just one of those little codes that you put in when you place an order on your app. I was able to put that in and retrieve a sample of this, and I'm glad because I wouldn't have wanted to buy this. In Spanish, we have a word for what I think of this mascara, and that word is corriente, which means common in a bad way. I mean, it makes a difference. It's mascara, you know, not something I would want to pay full price for. It's interesting, my Stila mascara has a natural bristle brush wand, and I love that one. I don't know. It's a miracle I haven't gotten mascara somewhere other than my lashes yet. There we go, but like I said, corriente. So I blotted off the lip oil, and I'm gonna use the Rimmel lip liner in the shade number 49 Natural. This is a nice lip liner, and I like to use it as a base for more nude lipsticks because especially now that I blotted, you can see how pink my lips are, and a lot of nudes, they look bad. So I've used it to go over my entire lip. It's soft and creamy enough to do so, but of course you're gonna go through it a lot faster if you use it to go over your entire lip. I've used it before and I've already sharpened it a couple of times. For my lips, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Angel Alessandra Hot Lips. I think this is Hot Lips version 2. It's gonna be my first time wearing this one. It's the beautiful one in the Panther packaging. I think that one should go well. Such a pretty peachy tone. I like it. It kind of tones down the look in a good way, you know, in a good way. So I think this is the finished look. What do we think? I'm pretty happy with the way everything turned out. I had a lot of fun sitting down and chatting a little bit. I know again, that multitasking thing. I'm gonna set my face using the Milani Make It Last. I shared this in my last month's favorite. I am almost done with it. I really love it for a final spray. It is so good. It makes my makeup last all day. False lashes would have really taken the look to the next level, but I have a lot of errands to do. It's hot outside. I'm comfortable. I think my skin looks amazing. So I think we're good for today. I'm gonna fix my hair and do a little intro, outro, and that's gonna be it for today. That's everything for today's video. I really love the look. I like the fact that I'm not wearing false lashes. I feel very comfortable, but yet put together. I really had a good time doing the Get Ready With Me style video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I know I'm a little scatterbrained. Again, it's just I have this brain that focuses on one thing at a time, and so it becomes a little harder for me to be a little more chatty during these videos. But let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I always appreciate your feedback. Now, with regards to the items that we used during the video, the Morphe brushes, my thoughts still hold the same in that their sets are just not the same quality as their standalone brushes. So I do recommend that if you're looking into Morphe brushes, that you just buy the individuals. The savings of a set is really not worth it in terms of the quality that you're gonna get. It's a nice brush set for what I paid for it, but I'm almost wishing I picked up the palette because the palette is getting excellent reviews. Now this collection is sold out online, but if you have a Morphe store near you, you might still be able to grab the items from the Pride collection. Now with regard to the Ciate products, I really am impressed with that primer. It leaves you with a tacky base that allows you to use a lesser amount of foundation if you enjoy that. You could pack on more, of course, if you have a buildable foundation. It's just not my personal preference. I never thought I was gonna like a sticky primer. I'm definitely gonna check out that one by Milk Makeup, the Hydra Blur, you know, that green one. I wanna check that one out because when I heard the description and I heard sticky, I was like, no. The reason why I was drawn to this one was because it was hydrating and it was watermelon, but it does have that tacky base, and actually turns out I really enjoyed it. Now with the lip oil, I think it's fine. I enjoyed using it, but to be honest, it's just a lip oil in my opinion. I think that the real star in that little set is the primer. Each item is sold individually, but I wanted to pick up the set so I can try them both. The Divina eyeshadows. Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. These indie brands, they're doing really, really great things. First, I love the palette. It's super, super sturdy. I feel, you know, my shadows are very, very safe in there. I loved working with these. Now, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to best apply them, but definitely working with the multi-chromes is best with your fingers. The mattes blend beautifully. I mean, I worked with this mauve tone right here and it was gorgeous. I mean, you saw it for yourself. So definitely recommend looking into Divina Cosmetics if you haven't already. I think this particular bundle of multi-chromes might be sold out, but they're constantly restocking, so keep an eye on their Instagram. The cream contour I like for an everyday. You can see I have a little bit of definition, but it's not something that's too much or too sharp. I mean, I didn't cut my contour or anything like that. Blends out really easily. I'm confident I broke it, but it still works. I can still get it to work, and so I'm enjoying using it for the time being. It seems to have puffed out again, so I'm not exactly sure what goes on. The packaging is not my favorite. The product inside is okay, but I think that this is only going to be something valuable for light, medium, and lighter skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone, this isn't going to work, and I don't think that they have another shade. I do like the lip liner from Rimmel. I shared in my haul that I found this one in CVS, and they don't carry the same shades that they have at Walgreens and CVS and so on. So if you're looking for this specific shade, go to CVS. It's nice. It was very nice to sort of blank out my lips and allow me to put a nude lipstick and have it not make me look dead. So that's a definite plus, and it's very affordable, under $5. It's a good deal. I'm gonna look into more of these. I like that it's sharpenable. Personally, I like sharpenable pencils. And lastly, the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This one is in the shade Angel Alessandra. I don't know if I even said that in the video, but that's the shade. It's the second lightest nude. I think the JK Magic shade is a little bit lighter than this one, but I love it. This is a beautiful peachy nude, and look at how creamy it is. Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. Super comfortable. Now, I don't know if the lip oil that I was wearing all throughout my prep time contributed to that comfort level, but so far I'm loving the lipstick. I like the fact that it's refillable, and I think I'm gonna pick up more shades in this line. It's a little bit more weighted than the typical Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and the packaging is just stunning. Just stunning with the Panthers, and I really like it. It's a beautiful peachy nude, and when I stepped outside from the lights and I saw myself, you know, in my regular lighting in my bathroom, it's a nude for sure. It's very light where it would look good with really bold eye makeup, even though I don't have really bold eye makeup right now. I love it. I'm enjoying wearing more nude lip colors, which I was afraid to do so before because the lip liners are really helping. That was pretty much it for the newer kind of products that I used today. All of the other products are things that have been in my collection for a while and I really enjoy. That NARS palette is definitely something you can still get your hands on, and I think it's beautiful for blush. I didn't mention the setting spray from my FabFitFun box. That spray can assault you, so definitely if you're using it, if you got that in your box, I would hold it far away because it's aggressive. I literally shot myself in the eyes. And so it works. It's a luminous, dewy kind of spray, kind of refreshing mist. You can use it like before you apply your makeup or during, but it doesn't extend the longevity of your makeup. As you saw, I went in with the Milani Make It Last to make my makeup last. This is everything for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you join the makeup family. Other than that, I hope you're doing so very well, and I look forward to seeing you again in a couple days on my next one. Bye-bye.